Vlad Tzepes, 431–1477, the Impaler Prince of Wallachia. Vlad Tzepes, 1431–1477, was a prince of Wallachia, modern-day Romania, and is best known for his cruelty and the extreme punishments he inflicted on his enemies. His nickname, Tzepes, the Impaler, comes from his favored method of execution, impalement, where victims were pierced by wooden stakes. Historical facts. 1. He was the son of Vlad Dracula, a member of the Order of the Dragon, which is why he was often referred to as Vlad Dracula or Vlad Dracula. He ruled Wallachia during 3 separate periods, 1448, 1456 to 1462, 1476. He fought against the Ottoman Empire and was a fierce enemy of Sultan Mehmed II. His most infamous military action was the Forest of the Impaled in 1462, where thousands of Ottoman soldiers were found impaled on stakes, striking terror into the Ottoman army. Connection to Dracula. Vlad Tzepes inspired Irish writer Bram Stoker, who wrote the famous novel Dracula in 1897. Although Stoker likely knew little about Vlad's actual deeds, he named his vampire protagonist Count Dracula, linking him to legends and vampirism. Death and myths. 1. He is believed to have been killed in battle in 1477, though multiple versions of his death exist. His body was never found, contributing to the Dracula legend. Vlad Tzepes remains both a historical and legendary figure, feared by his enemies but seen as a hero by many in Romania, where he is regarded as a defender of his homeland against the Ottoman threat. Vlad Tzepes. Marriage and descendants. Vlad Tzepes was married and had descendants. There are 2 known wives in his life. First wife. 1. There are reports that his first wife committed suicide in 1462 when Vlad was defeated by the Ottomans and had to flee. According to tradition, she threw herself from a tower of Poenari Castle, choosing death over capture. 3. Her identity remains unclear, but she is believed to have been of noble origin. Second wife. 1. His second wife was Ilona Szilágyi, the niece of King Matthias Corvinus of Hungary. 2. They married while Vlad was imprisoned in Hungary, 1462 to 1475. They had at least one son, possibly Mircea or another descendant. Descendants. 1. It is believed that Vlad had at least one son who carried on his lineage. Some historians suggest that his descendants lived in Romania and Hungary. 3. There are families in modern Romania who claim to be descendants of Vlad Tzepes. While historical sources are not entirely clear, it appears that his bloodline continued for at least a few generations after his death. Vlad Tzepes and Count Dracula. What's the connection? The link between Vlad Tzepes and Count Dracula comes mainly from his name and his reputation as a bloodthirsty ruler. The name Dracula. Vlad was the son of Vlad Dracula, a member of the Order of the Dragon, a military and religious organization dedicated to defending Christianity against the Ottomans. 2. The name Dracula comes from the Latin word Draco, meaning dragon. 3. Vlad himself was called Dracula, which translates to son of the dragon. 2. Vlad's bloodthirsty reputation. Vlad was infamous for his brutal and merciless punishments. His favorite execution method was impalement, and accounts suggest he left thousands of corpses displayed on stakes around cities. These stories spread across Europe, portraying him as a bloodthirsty tyrant who drank blood, fueling later vampire legends. 3. The connection to Bram Stoker. 1. Irish author Bram Stoker, while writing Dracula, 1897, needed a name for his immortal, bloodthirsty vampire. 2. He found the name Dracula in old documents and thought it sounded more mysterious and terrifying than his original character name, Count Vampire. 3. While the book's story is not directly based on Vlad Tzepes, Stoker was likely inspired by the rumors of his cruelty. 4. Transylvania's role in the myth. 1. Vlad was not a ruler of Transylvania, but a prince of Wallachia. 2. However, Dracula places the Count's castle in the Carpathian Mountains of Transylvania, an area long associated with mystery, superstition, and vampire folklore. 5. Vlad is both hero and monster. 1. In Romania, Vlad Tzepes is seen as a national hero for resisting the Ottoman invasion. 2. In the West, his image was distorted and became linked to Count Dracula, a connection popularized by literature and cinema. Myth versus reality. 1. The real Vlad was not a vampire, but a ruthless military leader. His reputation as a blood-drinking monster was based on his gruesome methods in Western propaganda. Bram Stoker's Count Dracula is not an accurate depiction of Vlad, but was inspired by his legacy. Vlad Tepes and Count Dracula are two different figures, but Vlad's notoriety as a brutal ruler helped shape the world's most famous vampire character. If Dracula is real, where is he today? If we assume that Vlad Tepes truly transformed into Count Dracula and managed to survive through the centuries, how would he have evolved by now? 16th, 18th century. Hiding and the growth of the legend. After his rebirth as a vampire, Count Dracula would have needed to find ways to survive, avoiding both the church and vampire hunters. 1. Dracula's castle and the First Dynasties. 1. Initially, he would remain in Transylvania, possibly in Bran Castle or Poenari Fortress, lurking in the shadows. He would recruit loyal followers and create a circle of children of the night, either other vampires or mortal servants. The legends of the Army of Shadows would begin spreading, with people mysteriously disappearing. Early attempts to exterminate him by vampire hunters might have forced him to leave Transylvania. 2. Migration to Europe and infiltrating power. 1. Over time, he would realize that power isn't just physical but also political. He may have moved to major European cities such as Vienna, Paris, or London, blending into aristocratic elites. Using his charm and mind control abilities, he could have infiltrated secret societies and accumulated influence. 19th, 20th century. The legend rises and secret domination. The Industrial Revolution and technological advancements would offer him new opportunities. 3. The rise of the vampire in culture. 1. In the late 19th century, Irish writer Bram Stoker publishes Dracula. 2. But what if Count Dracula himself allowed this to happen, spreading the legend so that it would be dismissed as fiction, making sure no one would take his existence seriously? A perfect cover for his continued survival. 4. Economic power and secret organizations. He would invest in banks, multinational corporations, and financial institutions, amassing wealth. He would gain control over governments through shadow networks and secret societies. In the 20th century, he might have fueled wars and conflicts to keep the world in turmoil, choosing the strongest victims for their blood. 21st century, Dracula in the modern world. Today's world is filled with technology, cameras, and media. A vampire can no longer hide so easily. Or can he? 5. Adapting to the new era. 1. He could be a billionaire investor. 2. He may have created a biotech company studying longevity genes. 3. He might be behind secret scientific experiments aimed at achieving immortality without the need for blood. 6. Where would he be today? New York, as the head of a tech and pharmaceutical empire. London, a member of a powerful secret society. Dubai, living in ultra-luxurious mansions away from sunlight. Switzerland, funding research on genetic regeneration and artificial immortality. Theory: Dracula is not alone. What if he created an entire brotherhood of vampires? A circle of elites ruling the world from the shadows? Could the most powerful figures on the planet be part of his immortal legacy? If Dracula is still alive, we would never find him, but maybe he's watching us. Final question: if we could find him, would we want to? If we discovered the truth, could we handle it?